Every year there's a crop of new artists that blow up, whether it be from a hit single or an acclaimed project. It's always interesting to see how their careers turn out as they grow over time. And for 2019, the one that caught my eye the most was Baby Keem.
First, when I pop, I'ma get your hoe thirsty. I sign my paycheck in cursive, I'm worthy. Hoes in the VIP, always talking about my fashion.
Baby Keem is someone that's been creating a lane for himself over the past few years. He's described himself as wanting to be the king of flows rather than focus on lyrics. And while he has a few big songs under his belt, I feel a lot of people tend to overlook him. So for this video, I wanted to give an insight into what makes Baby Keem one of the more unique artists blowing up right now. Keem grew up in Las Vegas, stating how he figured out he wanted to make music when he was around 13, but he decided to wait until his voice got deeper. It was until he finally started rapping in high school where he began to embrace his higher vocals instead, finally gaining the confidence to release music to the public. Every day he'd practice rapping, beat making, and even singing. And finally in 2019, he linked up with the producer Cardo, who helped Keem work on two projects, Hearts and Darts and The Sound of a Bad Habit. Both projects built up an audience for Keem and made a name for himself. He managed to get a music video directed by Shia LaBeouf of all people, and he landed writing and production credits on TDE projects such as the Black Panther soundtrack, J-Rock's Redemption, and Schoolboy Q's Crash Talk. Now, The Sound of Bad Habit was good, and it showcased a lot of potential, with great songs such as Miss Charlotte and Baby Keem, but Keem needed to distinguish himself more from his contemporaries. And with his 2019 album Die For My Bitch, he does just that.
Bitch sit on my face, I attack that. Choose up, Lil John, I'm finna pack him. When it comes to my bitch, I'm straight active. Dirt ball in the coupe, smoking cat piss. Lil bitch.
Die For My Bitch goes back and forth between the heartbreak and anger of a breakup. It's all over the place, yet cohesive in the sense that you're getting an idea of who Keem is as an artist. One minute he'll be rapping over a bass-heavy track with infectious energy, next he'll be singing about failed relationships over a loop guitar sample. It also helps that Keem's music videos are so well produced. The visuals for Orange Soda, gang activities, and especially Honest are on another level. The direction from people like Dave Free and Keem himself add new dimensions and layers to the songs that flesh them out in a new light. It's one thing to have a good song, but great music videos only help build on that. Needless to say, 2019 was a great year for Keem. Die For My Bitch turned the heads of many, Orange Soda became a sleeper hit that would eventually go on to become platinum, and he received co-signs from some of the biggest names in the industry. Drake, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Donald Glover, but the most notable being Kendrick Lamar. Now the Kendrick co-sign wasn't just a regular shout-out or anything, it goes much deeper than that in fact. There's been rumors circulating about how Keem is actually Kendrick's cousin. With his connections to TDE and Dave Free, it makes a lot of sense. The two along with Dave Free would later go on to announce the creation of PG Lang in March of 2020. So what exactly is PG Lang? Well, isn't that a good question? It's a label, I suppose. There's been speculation about it over the past few months since it was originally announced, but from Keem's recent releases, PG Lang is put down as one of the distributors for his music. So I guess it is a label management type of thing. Unfortunately, Keem was quiet during the spring and summer of this year, but later in August, Keem was announced as a 2020 XXL freshman, and he followed the hype up with two new songs coming from his next album, Hooligan and Sons of Critics. There was also an interview between Keem and Kendrick where they discussed what got them into rapping and their aspirations moving forward. During the conversation, both seemingly confirmed they're related with specific lines directed about their family, and how Kendrick watched Keem grow up with his love for music. The future's already looking bright for Keem. He's got a dedicated following and support from huge names in the industry, but the most important factor though is the music itself. Baby Keem is switching up his style with each new project and he's showing a ton of growth. He's always throwing out more surprises and gives you a reason to pay attention. And while I'm not certain what direction he'll take his music, I can definitely say that is a good sign.